This is going to be a quick tour of some awesome new features in Atlist. This is my co-founder, Carl.
Hey, what's up?
And we've both been really looking forward to showing you this. So let's dive in. So we started by simplifying. We unified the Styles and Controls tab into a new Customize tab. And this new tab has tons of fun new features. Let's start by checking out fonts. You can now use any fonts from Google Fonts. So we can set a primary font for titles and headings, and a secondary font for everything else. Awesome. Let's keep it moving. Let's go back and check out the new options for Sidebar. We now have a ton of helpful options for configuring your sidebar. You can now hide addresses for a cleaner look, and you can add a description like this under your title. Descriptions are really powerful. You can add things like links. So this is a map of basketball courts, and we're going to let our visitors submit new courts. Okay, back to sidebar options. You can now swap the sidebar to the right or the left, and you can now change colors. The accent color is for fonts and icons, and the background is for the background color. A lot of people asked us for this, so we're really happy to finally launch it. You can also change the title font size and the description size and weight. And I love this one. You can now change the width of the sidebar. But we're just going to stick with 300 pixels. Okay, let's head back again. And let's check out modals. We've added an option to increase the width of your modal card. And we've also added an option to increase the thumbnail height of your images. So now you can set any aspect ratio for thumbnails. Now I want to point something out. Right now, this is a longer note in our modal. So by default, Atlist will scroll through it. But that was frustrating for some users. So we've given you the option to say, show the full note no matter what. Okay, last thing in modals. You can now customize the Get Directions button. So let's go full width, give it a font color and border and background, and boom, looking good. Next, I want to show you something for developers. So you can now add custom CSS. So if you can code CSS, we've given you some targetable IDs and classes so you can do fun things like this. Awesome. Now there are three last things that we want to quickly show you. Markers can now have custom border colors. Before, the border was always white. You can now change the roundness of your map, so you can make it super rounded or even a perfect square. Lastly, and I love this one, Carl made a feature that I think a lot of people are going to be really happy about. You can now automatically sort groups alphabetically. How great is that? So much tidier. So all of these new features are live. You can go over to Atlist right now and try them. And we're going to keep pushing forward with even more exciting features. So we'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Thanks for following along.